Oh my gosh, you guys, hello. All right, I see you. All right, hello. We're live in all the places. Oh my gosh, I have been buzzing literally all night to have this conversation. I'm very excited. It's been coming a lot. You know, when you're just like, it's in my dreams. It is like everywhere. It's everywhere. So, hello. Gorgeous humans, and welcome to Chosen. And this is part one of an amazing conversation that we are going to have. And before we begin, I want to really set this space for how this is going to really work. So, this is meant to be a conversation. So, if you're with me, like in the chats, in all the spots that we're in right now, I see you. Get in there. Get in there. Be live with me. So, this is meant to be a conversation. So, as we are moving through this, I want you in on it. Okay. It's not just about me delivering this information that's been given to me. I want you in on it too, because I know you have thoughts about the things that we're going to talk about. And I know that you're feeling the feels on the things that we're talking about. So, I want you to really be able to get in on that. Okay. So, for this to be a live experience, not just something that you're watching, and for those of you who have already joined the VIP experience, we're going to keep this conversation going within our Activate community as well. So make sure that you are in there, in the chats, in all the spots, okay? Because I'm going to ask you guys, I'm going to give you some homework that we're going to really dig into within those spaces. Because the power of this experience has the result to have a ripple effect on your life because this isn't just about one area. Your identity, how you see yourself, your soul's purpose, it touches everything. And I can tell you, like, I'm feeling the power of this experience come through me. It's like it's like powering through me. And I know that every single time that I listen to this guidance, okay? And we're going to talk about today about the guidance system that we innately have, but a lot of us aren't listening to it, okay? So every time I listen to this guidance, I get these multiple nudges from the universe, and I'm really being called to keep listening to them. And every time, I'm telling you guys, every time I listen to them, it has allowed a little bit more to come through. It's like I'm trusted with a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more of whatever God, source, energy, Mother Nature, universe has to come in for me. Okay. Every time I get a nudge to go in the direction that I'm going to take us down over the time that this conversation is happening, for sure, I know it's a six-part conversation. For sure. It might be more because I just keep getting more, and the more I'm given, I'm committed to following those nudges. Okay. So in the past, I can tell you that I've created limits. I know I've created limits. Okay. And those limits have pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed like time and time again. And there was like a knowing behind that. And it was the feeling like there was this big thing that I'm going to receive, but it can't come while you're only going to give like little bits and little bits and little bits. Like I can't go all in if I can't give it all. Okay. And so it's been this honest to goodness test of my life to really feel sometimes, like feel at the level of like dissatisfaction that I feel sometimes, even after we have this most amazing conversation and I'll deliver an amazing program. Okay. You know, it's like a master class and it ends and I'm like, oh my gosh. And even when people say, wow, that was really incredible. I got this and this and this and this. And I feel once it's over that there was a little bit more that I could have given. Okay. And I don't know, but I didn't know what it was at the time, and we didn't know what we don't know. Okay. And trust me, me telling you this right now is setting the stage. because I'm committed to letting you know that I'm modeling what will also shift in you. And one of the things that I didn't realize was part of this was the way that I sometimes show up and lean into spaces. And it's sometimes the way that it should be based on what people expect within the Vibe Co. Because I've set up this space where it has standards, like standards of beauty, standards of preparation, standards of professionalism and care that go outside what the world has mirrored back to us on so many levels. And there have been times where I've wanted to risk the expectation for the truth because it felt like I could do it with the expectation. There was a way, and if I could just figure it out how to do it, then I could do it. Okay? And so what's been really coming forward and been pushing me in really big ways, and if you allow it, it'll push you in really big ways too. And today has just it's been the peak of that. Okay? And the only reason I've gotten this far with this realization is because I followed it as far as I could in other spaces that I've been in as well. And so this is like the compound effect. It's going as far as you can go in that moment, but pushing into it. And in Activate, in this community, we talk about this idea of, our comfort zone being in the green and then having this yellow space, right? If you kind of use a stoplight analogy where it's like green, yellow, red, stop. Okay. But it's like inviting yourself to hang out in the yellow more. And that's what you'll feel it in your body. You will feel it. And your only job in this entire life, you guys, is to be able to practice holding the pressure of what it feels like to be in the yellow. Being in the green is easy. It's easy. So easy. That's why everybody wants to hang out in there. It's like vacation. It's like a giant orgasm. It's just like it's easy. The yellow is a hard place to hang out in consistently. And the red we avoid like the plague. And so if at any point, as much as I can, I want to hang out in the yellow with you. This is the whole point. You can go anywhere and hang out in the green. You're hanging out in the green all the time. Okay, this program is probably one of the most meaningful things that has come through me. And I understand that. It's like a full circle moment that I'm having right now. And there's timing, right? There's this beautiful timing that happens in life where we abandon something not realizing it. And there's a frequency that becomes almost invisible for just a moment until you're ready to face it again. And then it comes back full circle. It's like pieces of the puzzle, and you're like, oh, that thing that I was avoiding, that was actually a puzzle piece that I needed. And you'll realize it. Hindsight's such a beautiful thing. Okay, so this is not going to be just like you listening in. Okay, it is going to differ in a lot of different ways. And the first way I want this to differ, and if you've been in my ecosystem for a little bit, is I want you to be able to choose to come live or on the replay. And this is very important for you to recognize because the most important part of this experience is the energy. So, like, we're in the live energy right now for those of you that are on live in this container, but it's not necessary just being live on calls. It's about being live in the experience. So, what that really means is listening to me while you're busy, but live, is probably not going to give, it's going to give you less than if you listen to me while you are fully present with the replay. Like that's the thing about that I really want you to understand because that's the type of conversation we're having today. Being live in the experience just means that you are live with me while it's coming through me and I'm delivering it. But it doesn't mean you need to be here if you're going to be distracted. This is a living, breathing transmission. Okay, so live isn't just about me speaking in real time. It's about I'm completely connected to the entire thing, and you're completely connected to the entire thing. And you are live in this container with me. So whether you catch it live or whether you catch a replay, and for some of you, I know you're like, I want the whole VIP experience. I want all parts of this conversation, but I can't be live on all of them. That's actually okay. Because I want you to be able to sit with these conversations in the yellow. And you're not going to be able to tap into the yellow if you're distracted. Okay, is this resonating? For those that are with me, let me see it. Get in the chat with me. All right, good, beautiful. So now one thing that is really here for me, and it was just, it's your presence. And it honestly, when I was in meditation this morning, one thing that it became so clear and what I'm so grateful for, I'm so honored in this life. The one thing that I have changed, the biggest thing that has changed that I've given myself is the space to feel. And it's so crazy. But when you think of life, any life that's filled with the wrong kind of pressure, right? A life that's filled with the wrong kind of stress, it's a life where you feel rushed, where you don't have time to feel. And now, like in my lifetime, up until this point, I've been in all kinds of rushes. I've been in rushes where I haven't had time to eat. I've had versions of my life where I've been so rushed that I haven't had time to pee. And I've been in rushes in my life where I haven't had time to think. But the worst of all the rushes were the ones where I didn't give myself time to feel. Because you can't just decide to eradicate the feeling. It doesn't go anywhere. All you're doing is postponing it. Eventually, the dam will break. This is how we were designed as humans. The whole reason your soul chose the human experience was to feel. It's the difference between being a human and being in pure soul form. You don't need to feel because everything just is. It's not good, it's not bad. You need nothing, right? But in the density of being a human, we feel all the feels. So feeling can't be dissipated. It just accumulates. And I think this is one of those moments when, like when I'm rushed, where I'm not connected to the part of me that's bigger than the fear, bigger than the noise. But because I'm aware of time and speed, and that I'm connected to this guidance system in full force, at least when I hear that voice, or for me, it is a feeling that comes in, I know now not to question it. When it comes in, there's a moment, it's like this moment of fear, and that I just know just to follow because I'm the chosen one for that specific feeling, that specific thought, that specific circumstance in that moment. Out of all the things that could be happening to me in that moment, it was that. It's like I'm the chosen one. I'm the chosen one that can take this container to a whole different level. And I'm the one that can limit it. I'm the one that can hold the pressure of it. And I'm the chosen one that can be held in it. I'm the chosen one that trusts, but I'm the chosen one that can be trusted as well. I'm the chosen one who gives it all, or I can be the chosen one that almost gives it all. But I'm the one who holds it all together just in case, or I'm the chosen one who does what's aligned. Either way, all the different things that I could choose, because as a human, I have free will. I have this whole guidance system, God, source, energy, universe, infinite intelligence, angels, guides, whatever you want to call them. I have this whole guidance system, and so do you. So do you. And you can tap into it just like you can tap into the heart that's in your chest. Everybody was given a guidance system, and it communicates via your intuition. And everything that comes through it, you were chosen for it. And then you get to choose. And it's impartial to what you choose. It's impartial. And for me, it only really started to hit me how powerful it is that I'm feeling this way. And even how I'm feeling like on day one, when I was so excited for this. And the thing is I'm still so excited, but I still have in my head how I want to get this just right. For me, for you, for us. But I can't keep postponing it. This has been coming through me for months, months. And I think this is where I am the chosen one really begins. It's like, am I only the chosen one as long as I think I deserve I'm the chosen one? Am I the one when I look the part? Like, am I the one when only the circumstances are perfectly aligned and it fits in everybody's schedule and it's just perfect? It gets this many likes when I talk about it online? Or am I just the chosen one? Right? The guide, the powerful one. Even when my humanness still wants it to come out perfectly. And I'm vulnerable. I'm telling you this because I'm not actually helping you if I'm making this look like rainbows and unicorns. Like, can I still be the one even if I'm being soft on the outside? Like, I can still be powerful on the inside. And there are times when I'm required to be in my masculine energy. There's things that I do, like even being a mom, mothering is very masculine, right? Pick up your socks, go shower, brush your teeth, don't hit your sister. Da, da, da. Like it's very masculine. Even in my business, I'm required, I want to do this and this and this and this and this. That is very masculine. And then there are times when I get to lean into my feminine, my nurturing side, my vulnerable side, my emotional side. And for some of you, you're going, I don't tap into that. Like maybe you were taught that's for the weak, or that's wrong, or it wasn't modeled to you by the men or the women in your life, because being masculine or feminine, it actually has nothing to do with your gender. We all have the masculine and energy, feminine energy within us. But it's actually the combination of the two together where I can take care of myself and get it done. And I'm taking care of myself by being here who I am. Some people would say, I can't even I can't even look at her. She's wearing too much pink. She's got pink lips and pink shirt and her pink logo and her pink nails and her pink. Ugh, can't even look. It's okay. You don't need to. Look away. Just listen. It's important for me to show up as me in all of it, just like it's important for you to show up as you in all of it. It's important for me, and I wasn't always great at this, and I get better and better every day. For me not to show up who I think think that I need to be, because that's where I lose myself. It's like the mental jungle gym that has me trying to control life instead of living it. And so the truth is that I can do all programs. I could just have done this months ago, waited till I was in the high vibes and just recorded it. Like I could just do like the transmission comes through. I'm in my best moments and I'm just gonna sit and I'm gonna do it right because I'm at my peak. And this is when it feels most true. That's when I'm gonna teach it. I could do that. And I have done that. I have programs that I did that with. But then it's not going to be a live container, a living, breathing thing that's real. And I've thought about it sometimes. Would it be more vulnerable for people to like, do I do it when I'm in my low vibes? I'm like a hot mess and I just want to cry to you guys? Like, no. But would it be more valuable if people would just get the high vibe version of me? And I'm like, yeah, I guess to the certain kind of person, to the kind of person who's like, hey, D, I don't really care about your vulnerability. I bought a program, give me the answers, just get to the point. But then I asked myself, am I interested in having a room full of those clients for the rest of my life? And the answer was no, because that's not what I do. That's not how I got here. I got here by understanding myself and feeling my feelings and working with myself and not against it. And there's been some of you that have been with me for a long time. You're like, "Ooh, Dylan, I've watched you work against yourself." Yes, you have. But it's been in the surrender. Like every year when everybody's choosing like a new word of the year, I'm like, here's me again. Hi, my name's Dylan, and I choose surrender again. Because I'm the chosen one. I'm the only one that can actually treat myself the way I really need to be treated. I'm the only one that can allow myself to feel what I really need to feel. I'm the only one that knows how I really feel. And if I bypass that, if I squish it, if I try to control it, that's it. So many people want freedom, but they don't understand that they are their only shot of actually being free. It's not going to come through the job or the money or the relationship or those things can all be an expression of it. And we'll talk more tomorrow about how they're like the icing on the cake. Could there be people that never want to learn from me ever because I was honest? Maybe. But is it worth not doing because of that? No. We all deserve the truth. And if I can't be real with you, that's not true. And truth is your highest frequency. A wise person once said, the truth will set you free. This is it. You want freedom? Get honest with yourself. And we are now in a world that is complex. Every person who's ever lived on this earth, you got to understand, they've lived in a world that's been complex. It's not simple. It never has been simple. There's always something that you're working on. Always. But it's always been that way. When my family first emigrated to Canada over a century ago, it was complex. But it's the duality that we're facing right now. It feels intense. And I'll tell you, like, I want to know if you've ever experienced this because this is like really been profound for me. But I've found with so much of the world being automated, automatic, digital, that there's a lot less compassion for being human. Like we're not realizing it fully, but we're being kind of programmed, like on computer speed. Like we're expected to have a relationship with time, not with timing, but with time, being on time. Like with a clock, with an alarm. And we're not really expected to have a relationship with the sunrise and the sunset. We're expected to have a relationship with our schedule. And trust me, I have been guilty of this. Like in communication, it's less about truth or the efficacy of a conversation. It's about the speed. How fast can I come up with something? How fast? And there's a lot of stress. There's a lot of stress to get things done now, to answer it now. And the rush feels like it takes over everything. The rush is taking over. Time to think, it's taking over time to feel. And so it's difficult to feel like I'm the chosen one when the only thing that I'm really feeling is I would be the chosen one if I wasn't so behind. I'll be the chosen one if I had more time. Then I'll be the chosen one. If I had taken care of all the things by now, then I'll be the chosen one. So I have to hurry to get these things done so that I can start being the chosen one. Once I get all my list done, chosen one, I'm on it. I'll add it to my list, my very masculine list of things to do. I'm on it. And so when I think about just life in general, like even over the past few years, I've been in a lot of relationships with a lot of clients, a lot of companies, with a lot of people. And what I found is that the things that I found that have been important to me inside the Vibe Co. and the things that I felt really important to model and to keep at the forefront are the feminine energetics, the faith, the space, the pace, the rhythm, the truth. Like that is feeling and has felt so important. And along the way, most of the suggestions that I got And I live with someone who's very much in their masculine as well. Love you, Dave. However, very masculine tactics for everything. And I get these suggestions and I'm told, okay, you can have the impact with the speed. Come on, you're wasting time. You got to go faster. And whenever I checked with myself, all of those things that I could have done faster, like it would be faster, it would be more efficient. When I really measured it against the feeling of the frequency of what I wanted to create within the Vibe Co, it didn't fit. Because for me, faster is not better. For me, faster causes stress. For me, faster, but it requires a faster response, and then a faster response, and then a faster response. And I've been really just this culminating truth coming forward. There's been so many conversations happening in this world. And the one very big conversation that I've been catching a lot is the conversation around AI, artificial intelligence, and what's potentially coming in the future. And I'm hearing a lot of people in tech, especially like the chosen ones leading, talking about it like, do we really need this many humans on the planet? Like, that's an actual question that's been asked. Do we need this many humans on the planet? Saying things like, well, eventually there'll be more robots than people because they're more efficient. And then finding conversations with people saying, well, then that will be like, what's going to be even the purpose of human beings? And it's like, well, the chosen ones who know the answer to this, they will be moving forward. And the chosen ones who feel the rivalry with the robots, for lack of a better word, will end up probably living a very artificial life. And it's like, well, what is an artificial life? Well, it's a life that's very connected to things like video games. It's a life that's connected to ChatGPT or fill in whatever one that you use. It's a life that's very connected to getting immediate gratification, something that can be fast. Guys, we've already seen in the last 50 years what things like fast food has done to us. It didn't exist 60 years ago. You notice a shift. What makes us think that getting fast answers and not being able to sit with things is going to be any better? And it's also, it's like the substance and the numbing. Like there's a lot of addictive things going on in food, drug addictions, a lot of people being addicted to a lot of things and just needing things and just doing things to soothe the need. And they want it immediately. So the drugs just keep getting harder. The liquor just keeps getting stronger. And those people will actually not even realize that they are trapped in it. They'll just constantly be running after more relief, more simulated progress, simulated being the key word. Like it looks like I advanced because I just crushed level 765 on Candy Crush and I just got a free pizza because I ordered 12 and you get a free pizza once you've ordered 12 pizzas. So I'm eating pizza for free and now I'm on level 600 and or 768 on Candy Crush. And it's like, how much of this will move the world forward or move my life forward. I go, well, it might not move me forward, but at least I'll be fine. And so there'll be this very split world. It's like the artificial intelligence will draw this line of who lives a life beyond just being robots on Earth and who lives a life below that line. And I think what the world has a lot to gain from this split, like there's a lot to gain because while everyone's fighting for equality, but behaving differently, right? So some are behaving like they're waiting for the solution, while some are behaving like they're dying for the solution, while others are living like they're forging the solution, while others are living like there's no solution. The line is not going to be based on the worth or the value of people as we know it. It'll become based on the worth and the value of people as they know it, because they will act exactly in a way that will create a life below the artificial intelligence line, or they will create one that's above the artificial intelligence line. And we've heard this so much. People are asking, like, how will humans even matter after AI? And some humans are like, well, I've been asking myself the same question. And other people are like, I can't even imagine asking myself this question. Like, what do you even mean? Well, like these people are asking these people, like, can AI replace the love that I feel for my child? And then the other people say, well, yes, actually. Like I've been having great conversations with my mother in ChatGPT, and I feel closer to her than ever. Okay, well, this side says, like, can it replace my well-being? It's like, well, yeah, actually it can. I tell ChatGPT where I'm not feeling well, and I ask it to give me answers about why I might be feeling that way. And it'll blame everybody else in my life. And I actually feel like my illness has reasons, and I feel actually okay being sick now. Now that I have the answers of whose fault it is as to why I'm sick. And it's like, okay, well, can AI replace my business, my passion? And they say, well, yeah, of course it can. Like, I don't know about you, I've been doing way better since I've been putting all of my copy of all of my thoughts through AI. Everything comes out better than what I was saying. So yeah, AI has replaced my business. Well, can AI replace my love? Well, I write all my important messages to my husband through ChatGPT, and I'm pretty sure he does too. So our relationship is actually better since we've started doing that. These are the guys, I can't make this up. This is what I'm hearing. So what does this mean? There's a difference between being supported by something and being erased by it. And people who feel like they can be supported by AI cannot imagine that it could ever take over. But the people who are already starting to feel like their thoughts, their truth, their expression, their relationships are actually better through artificial intelligence and really feel this definite feeling and understand that humans won't eventually matter. So it's like it's the technology or that it's the technology is pointing to something really important. This is what we get to look at now. And it's pointing to that artificial intelligence helps me to be what the robot I'm expected to be. It helps me answer fast. It helps me make no mistakes. It helps me weigh everything that I didn't see and respond in a way that nothing can go wrong in. It gives me confidence. It gives me clarity. It gives me certainty. And then I don't overthink. Like I receive something triggering, I put it into ChatGPT and it tells me what to answer. I don't have to feel it. It helps me be more like a robot. So now the issue with all of this is that the more everything in our world is powered by speed, the more the speed feels like the norm. Are you guys feeling this? Like people are becoming more impatient than I've ever seen. Like I've been experiencing even being spoken to like I'm ChatGPT. Like people message me, no, hello, how are you? They get right into, I have a question. How is blah, blah, blah different from blah, blah, blah? What? From the beginning of creating anything I've ever created, I've always felt that it's so important for me to have this human connection. This is why even we do daily activations, daily, small groups. We hop online, we hop on Zoom every morning. We know each other. We know each other's families. We know each other's fears. We know the feeling of each other when we're vibing high, and we know when the person is feeling, ugh, human. We hold space for each other. That's always been so important to me. It's felt like the most important thing to me. I never want anything that I create to feel like a robot. And I didn't really know why, but I remember even when I first started hiring like my team, and my angle was always like I want people to always be able to get a hold of us easily. Not faster like speed, but so that you could talk to like a real human always. Like we're not doing this whole like you call and your call is really important to us and please hold the line and then you're on there forever and sometimes they take your call and sometimes they call you back, sometimes they don't. I just wanted real people. It's why even in creating Pursuit Institute, where I could partner with other coaches so that people always had real people. And so that the coaches never were like, I'm getting burnt out from holding the pressure of all the people. And they could come and they could go. And it was just this ecosystem that everybody could play in. I wanted to feel like when someone had a question, they knew where to go. So we have our WhatsApp chat, we have our community. And even if you don't get a chance to chat in the chat, you can just come to activation in the morning and someone will be there, a real person. Like you don't just disconnect from people entirely because you think it's important that you get an answer in 2 seconds. And I've had this feeling inside like this is a place for humans to stay human. That's what I want for this ecosystem. I want you to be able to come in here and be like, I am human. And some days I'm a hot mess. And some days I feel like I could hold pressure for other people. And either way, I love myself and I trust myself to be this way. I love that we take time to feel. And this was created way before AI ever even existed. Like, this is like over a decade we've been doing this. So, what I'm seeing is that people want me to respond now in a certain way, and then they get disappointed. Like, they get mad, they get frustrated because they have expectations of me around time that are not my expectations. It's their expectation. But when you're used to speaking to ChatGPT as your mentor, and suddenly you get Dylan Miller, I can tell you there is a very big difference because ChatGPT isn't designed to keep it's isn't going to keep you in the yellow. It is designed to keep you asking questions nonstop. Like, you could just ask questions to ChatGPT all day and it'll never end. You could create a copy and paste like 1 million of the answers and still feel like you have more questions. And it prompts you. Like, when you get to the bottom of whatever it's given you, it says, just ask me something more. Can I help you find this? Would you like me to answer another question? So, can I help you find this? Would you like me to ask you another question? Would you like me to ask you another question? Okay, I'll help you find that. Have you thought of this question? You could ask me this question. Would you like me to answer this, or this? And it continues. It never freaking ends. It's constant. And now this is actually showing a speed that is not normal for human beings. It's not normal to be in a constant back and forth, like there's no emotion or substance to anything. It's not healthy. And this is the becoming of this. And without realizing, there's places that, like, I've swayed a little bit because people are like, I just want to know, like, how long your program's going to be. How many modules is it? What's the module? Like, I'll put, like, even for Chosen, I said, guys, like, this is kind of what you can expect based on what I know. But they're like, this is all you're going to be talking about? I'm like, no, because it's a live transmission. Like, I'm getting stuff as I'm talking to you. It's real. If you want the 7 steps to become your best self, ask ChatGPT. If you want a real conversation that's going to keep you thinking and it's going to have you in the yellow, even though it's uncomfortable, come on in. And even there's a reason why I'm like, you know what? Come in, see what it's like on day one. If it lands for you, come join us in the rest of the days. That's the whole point of a VIP experience. Come join. But it's like, you'll know after today's conversation if you're even ready to have the rest of the conversations, because it only goes deeper from here. This is mild, but I want you thinking. And I can answer and I could, people ask me the questions and but it would totally devalue the program because then I have to give what I think I'm gonna say instead of what comes up. Or if someone posts a question in the chat and I can actually interact, right? Like, that's what I want. That's what feels good for me. It feels human. But this is where also when people go, are you worried that ChatGPT is going to take over the coaching industry? I'm like, only for the coaches who can't hang out in the yellow themselves. Yeah, they're done. They're not doing the work themselves. They've already given up. They thought back in 2020 when everybody was going online and calling themselves a coach that, oh, everybody asked me for advice, I'd be a great coach. And then they started doing it and they realized like, holy crap, your whole you got to hold some pressure. And it's like, yeah, you do. It's 2026. They've stopped. They've stopped. They dabbled their little toesies and then they stopped. I've watched it. And it's okay. There's nothing wrong with it. It's not good or bad. But I'm not worried about being replaced because I'm not here just to ask you questions and tell you what you want to hear. Ask the people and activate. Ask the people that are in the embody center. I will be your biggest cheerleader and I will call you out all day because I love you and I love me and I love this mission. Like I could cry. I'm so in love with the mission that I've been given over this life. Like, what a freaking life. And that's you guys, like, that's what it's meant to be. I know I was supposed to bring Kleenex yet today. That's what it's supposed to be. You're supposed to be able to do things and feel it. And yeah, sometimes you're going to feel scared. I was scared coming in here without, like, I have like a few notes so that I don't talk for 10 hours, but I'm just receiving it. But I can tell you guys, the more and more that I've stood for pressure, but not for stress, I have been tested because people don't like to see people that aren't stressed. When they're stressed, it bugs them. I've had people hang out with me and they go, "Oh my God, like you actually love your life." And like you get paid. I've got paid more than I could have ever imagined. Like when I first started, when I first was like decided that I was going to leave corporate healthcare 13 years ago, could have never. I just thought, you know what? Like initially it was like, I'll just need enough money to pay the bills. It's been millions. I could have never have predicted that. And most people would just be excited about that part. But it's been through the human experiences. And there's been so many scary moments, so many heartbreaking moments. But it was like a decision was made that I was going to stay focused on the mission that I was given. And the mission has even changed. Like when I first left the hospital, I was full on in network marketing. I didn't call myself a coach yet. By the way, if you are a network marketer, you are coaching on some level. And then I was like, I got to help people. People are thinking themselves sick. I got to help them shift their thoughts. Enter one thought away. And then I started working with Sandy and I was like, oh my gosh, this whole soul thing is blowing me up. No wonder these are the voices in my head. Ah, now I get it. But I refuse to be stressed in it because that never felt good for me. It's like you don't think you are not, like, you don't notice when you're stressed. You just notice the things you do, and then you say, oh, can't believe I did that thing. Sorry, I was stressed. I wasn't thinking. No, you don't think when you're stressed. So I really believe part of my role in all of this, and I can really feel it, and it's become so clear that a big part of my role, and it hasn't mattered anything I've ever touched, even within this Vibe co-creation, by the way. It's a bit like the Vibe Company. I'm like, no, co-creation. It's to be able to move you forward, to slow down, and to help you hold pressure so that you don't speed up in response to stress. Because the rush is the problem for all of us. And it's what makes us outsource everything to AI because it needs to be done now. And ChatGPT will write it in 2 seconds. But if it feels like it needs to be done right, then no one can do it like you because you are the chosen one. If you need to write a birthday card message that shows that you care, you can write it in 2 minutes on ChatGPT. But if you want to write something because you care, you sit with it and you hold the pressure of not knowing the right words for however long it takes because it matters. And this makes me, I can feel like it makes me very emotional because it's never felt this hard to speak this level of truth because it rivals the comfort of so many like never before. But I will hold the pressure. But I'm going to have to get louder about certain things around this world. And the one thing that's not been existing in my world lately is I've really lessened the pressure externalized, like the stress responses, and really more held the power from inside. Like in all truth, I feel like I've been triggered I- in a rush response. It triggers me. Like when somebody says you need to decide right away or else, I'm like I can feel the contraction. And you can't create from the contraction. So we're just like, screw it. ChatGPT will create it for me. ChatGPT is not the creator, you are. You are the co-creator of your entire existence, not AI. Like artificial is right in the word. So if I can like assess the danger, if I can have a moment to be like, okay, this is happening. Am I actually in danger or do I just feel bad? Right? When something comes up and I feel the contraction and I can actually hold the pressure of not feeling good for a minute, then I can respond to the situation in a powerful way, knowing that whatever emotion I'm feeling is just an emotion, it's a wave. But if I'm in a rush to know how I feel, because there's no time to get caught up in anger, if I do that, all the anger that I've been pushing down is going to hit me all at once. And again, the dam will break. You eventually will pop. You've had this happen to you. So this is what we're doing is we're pushing things. We're pushing things. We're building up the stress inside and it's blowing up and we're seeing it all over the world blowing up because people can't hold the pressure. They hold the stress instead. And they make it something that can be fixed faster instead of like holding the pressure. You don't have to hold the pressure forever, but people are making mistakes in this world because they're trying to make decisions too fast. Like, and I'm all for, like, when you have the self-image of someone that has standards, you will be able to make decisions quickly. But the fact is people aren't setting the standards, and then they're like, I can make decisions really fast because everything needs to move really quickly. And then they're deciding because they think they're in danger right now, and they literally put their entire nervous system in fight or flight mode, and they're making decisions then based on that danger. And the thing is, it makes a lot of sense that there's a lot of risk in acting slowly. Like, it's not a perfect system either. There's like this middle. That's the yellow. It's not trying to function from the red all the time or trying to like la 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 in the green. Just enough, just enough, just getting by. There's this space in the middle and it has momentum built right in it. But what tends to happen is when you know who you are, you have that compass of who you are inside. The speed adapts a little bit because you're not making decisions on what people are going to think or what you're going to get in trouble for or whatever else. You're going to follow that internal state, which says, wait, just wait a second, wait a beat. I'll tell you when it's on. I'll tell you when it's time. And you trust it. This is accepting time from a really powerful place that feels very different than quick. Do it now, quick, before this happens, quick, or else. When we're always reacting instead of responding to life, when we're always in this like, I'll be at this pace when I've dealt with this, or I'll feel satisfied when this is over. I'll feel success when I've nailed this. We're in a hurry to get this done, to feel the feeling that we want to feel. And we're constantly speeding up the game. And what I'm starting to really see is that we have sped up so fast for so long that we have diminished our humanity. And the bigger pressure that humans can hold doesn't really work the same as artificial intelligence. Most of the times when systems are down, it's because there's too much pressure on the system. So it blows up, stops working. So they find ways to shortcut things. So it takes up less intelligence so that I can hold more, so it can be faster. Right? Isn't this what we do? We have our phones, right? It starts to go slow and you're like, oh, I got to delete some apps. I got to create some space. Okay, but if we do this as human beings, we actually shortcut the information. We shortcut the intelligence in order to be able to hold more information so we can act faster. So we can take out the largest files of human consciousness. Like if I were to imagine the capacity of human energetics, because this is an energetic experience, like mental, emotional energy in the body and how we can hold that. Like if I think of grief and how heavy grief is in the body, that's a huge file. It's a huge app, takes up a lot of space. So when I decide that I can't hold that file and be effective at the same time, and I need to compress the file, I cause a lot of harm to the human inside of me. Maybe I'm more effective. Maybe I'll bounce back faster. Maybe I come back to work quickly, but how? Because I've got this compressed data that actually it's extremely important for me to process, but it's just waiting to be processed. It's just sitting there. And what happens is when you've compressed all this data over and over and over again, and now you've got all this compressed data, that's even too much. And so people are burning out. They're overwhelmed, even though they're compressing their feelings. It's not making a difference because they're just trying to do too much. They're moving their feelings not to feel harm so they can avoid it, so they can go back into the green, but to not feel them so that they can do more is counterproductive. Like I need to not feel this so I can do this. I need to not feel like this so that I can actually do this. And as moms, we do this all the time. We do this all the time. We're feeling all the feels and we're like, I don't have time for that. Baby's crying. My 2-year-old needs a snack. I need to run my teen to soccer. I don't have time for that. Does this sound familiar? But numbing it, does that sound like a human existence? Does journaling it out into ChatGPT sound like a human existence? Or does it sound like you're becoming a robot? Like even at work, we've meetings scheduled nonstop. And we're like, oh my God, I can't be late. I can't take longer. You can't take longer because I have something else right after this that needs to be done fast. We need to hurry because I have something right away, right after this. So I'm in a hurry and I need you to hurry because I don't need you to hurry because I'm in a hurry and we're gonna leave. I'm gonna be late. This was the biggest point of contention that I felt when I had a 1-year old and a 2-year old, and I was an executive director at a large hospital, and I had 7 a.m. board meetings and 7 p.m. board meetings, and I was just rushed to get the kids up, to get them to daycare, rushed to get all the work done so I could pick them up from daycare, get home. Dave was working shift work. So I was cooking and I was doing all the things and then I'd have to rush so I could get them in bed at a decent time. So then I could get some more work done. So then I could go to bed at a decent time, be woken up 50 times throughout the night by the kids, and do it again the next day. And I vowed when I started creating outside of that life that there was going to be no rush. And it took some time, but this has been my greatest victory. If I was able to do everything that needed to be done on the frequency it deserved, I did not let the outside world stress the timeline. That's a victory. So is it about not using AI at all? No. It's not what I'm saying. Is it about not using any kind of computers? No. I'm all for creating solutions that can automate what can be automated so that I can show up as a human with other humans. I'm all for that. But what I'm saying is that you can recognize in your body when you are outsourcing your processes to something because it needs to be done faster or more efficiently or without your thinking because you don't feel like thinking or feeling or messing it up to be sure that you don't have to deal with all the things. But this is where you start to become less of who you are instead of more. And that's kind of the point. Like, it's good that the world is evolving, but the people have to evolve as fast as the technology, or else it is going to eat us alive. It is a very slippery slope. And what's been happening for a long time is that emotional intelligence goes down as artificial intelligence goes up. And it is going to create a line that people die underneath. They will bring nothing above what the computer can because they'll genuinely believe that they don't have the value, that they're not good enough, that they're not worthy. Isn't it enough that as humans, we like, we've had humans in our lives telling us that we're not enough, not worthy. Now we get technology too. With every like on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok or YouTube or whatever. Like I was like gifting myself. Like I did such a cleanup of my social media. And so when I do go on social media, like it's a gift for me because I'm like, I'm only following people that like raise my frequency. But like I noticed somehow, I hear the word algorithms. It's like it's become just a giant commercial. And I'm like, oh, I'm bored with this. And then the people that I used to like, I started following them because I wanted their message, their frequency, even if their words weren't popular opinion or like I maybe didn't agree like with 100% of them, but I was just like, oh, I love that this person's passionate. They started using ChatGPT. And initially I was like, what is this? And then I was exposed to ChatGPT and I was playing around with it and I was like, oh, this is what everybody's using that I literally, it's making me unfollow them. And I did. I started unsubscribing to emails, unfollowing people that I have like a lot of respect for, purely because I'm like, I'm here for you, not some artificial version of you, just because you're in a hurry to get the email out or you think it sounds better. We see this because people are measuring themselves against what they see on the internet. And they're saying, I'm not as valuable as the person because the person got 600 likes on that picture and I only got 100. We're measuring ourselves against the data of humans. This thing hasn't even started yet, you guys. Hasn't even started. Like we are just getting started. And this is the thing that's actually the fight. It's the fight for humanity in a world that validates computer speed, intellect, perfection, knowledge, spelling. Okay, you are so important in this world. And the thing is, if people don't know that, they will get tired of fighting against the computer and eventually they'll give up the fight. And if they do know that, they'll realize there was never a fight against the computer because the things the computers do have nothing to do with human beings. They have nothing to do with human beings. Like I can say with all the conviction, if you want a fast answer, ask ChatGPT. If you want nonstop back and forth, where you never have to think about the answers until you have a new question, go have a conversation with ChatGPT. But if you want to be able to hold the pressure of your feelings, if you want to be able to speak with a real human, if you want to wonder where you said it right or not, if you want to feel the feeling while you're waiting for the answer, the real humanity between people, then you've got to have conversations. If you need everything fast, if you need 7 steps that can be fast forwarded so you can press me on 2 times speed and not get the actual human speed of me, like I already talk fast. If you need 2 times speed to Lynn, good luck to you. You're not going to get it. Like I'll be the place where you don't need to rush. But if you rush me, you'll feel rushed with me. But there's a way that you can interact with this and this entire vibe co-creation. It's the same way that I interact with it. And it has a whole frequency of its own. And yes, the frequency is hot pink. And you'll notice even posts that I've been posting on social media in comparison to how you're supposed to post. Like I remember when like initially when I was using social media 13 years ago, it was just because I could have a bigger impact. So I created a group. It's called Proactive Essential Health. And it all of a sudden, before I knew it, had like a couple thousand people in it. I was like, what is this? What is this? Okay. But I was like, oh, I can like talk about health and I can talk about mindset and I can talk about like natural things and we could be crunchy in there and it's so good. So good. But we could have real connection. And it was amazing and it felt so good. And then there was a point where I was like, I think I'm going to like hire out my social media because I wanted it to, but I said to the person, I'm like, make it fun. Like I'll write the post and you can, put a fun picture to it and da 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 da. That lasted for like this amount of time because I was like, no. It felt like we were just producing just to produce. And it felt heavy. Like I could feel it in my body. Like I would unfollow me. And this was even before AI. I was like, "Meh." Okay, what I want to keep modeling for you is not just success, but success without rush. Success where you actually feel it. And you're the only one that knows the ratio of what that is to you. But it's not meant to be copied. And the thing is with ChatGPT, when you don't agree, you don't just say, I don't agree, because it'll rewrite the entire answer for you. It's not going to ever tell you that that's a terrible idea. It'll go, interesting perspective. Here's what I think. Da, 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 da. Ah, great twist. Like it's there to make you feel good. Whereas with a human, you can tell, you'll know if I don't agree. But you also get to say, this is what I believe in. But we stop actually telling people what we believe in out of fear that they're not going to respond to us like ChatGPT. But the more you hold that in, you're devaluing yourself. The more you express your beliefs, you strengthen your belief system. You actually question. We are now in a place where people will say to me, like, I can't listen to you anymore because there's too much that I don't agree with. Well, if that's the case, that's the beginning of the end for us. Because I'll tell you right now, if you can't listen to something because you don't agree with it, that's just your capacity shrinking by the second. I don't take it personally. I create my knowing of myself based on how I feel when people are saying things. And I measure not based on resonance, but based on resonance and contrast. People show me all the time things that I don't believe in. And I can just say, and I don't believe in it. Like if I feel like I'm resonating, it's because I know what not resonating feels like. And I don't ever want to lose that knowing of what those two things feel like in my body. Like if I'm not resonating 100% right now, brilliant. But at least I know what not resonating feels like. With artificial intelligence, they're taking that out and you'll notice it. It's very rarely, if ever, that it says no. It's more like, I see, let me rework, let me reword. You're perfectly right. I see where you're posting that. I see what you're saying. Oh, that's great. Let's go in this direction instead. It's serve. It's there to soothe, 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 not strengthen. So, how do we even become stronger? Because that's a question that AI doesn't really answer. And if it does, it answers it like, here are your 7 steps to make it work, and here's all the ways. And I'm going to hijack your mind instead of actually having you experience the answer. And more of what I'm seeing is like so clearly is people's ChatGPT conversations are just ending up on the internet because it's like this carousel that was clearly created by AI. And then everybody's stuff sounds the same, it looks the same. It doesn't actually answer anything. Like, what value did you have to even bridge by cutting and pasting that? What value did you contribute to humanity? And in the process, we think that it actually sounds better than us, and our confidence is falling. People feel like they're not valuable because they think they don't have a purpose. Like if my word isn't worth anything, like what's the point of us? It's not because we're like doing great things for the planet. Like what's the point of humans if we can't be human? Because the more you rush a person, the less they feel purposeful. The things that matter to us are the things that take the timing that they take. That's why even for a lot of my signature programs, we hang out for like 6 months. People go, oh my God, 6 months. But it's like, it takes as long as it takes. A lot of people go beyond 6 months. They go, I'm not done yet. And I go, okay, keep going. You're not in a hurry. You're right where you're meant to be. If you're feeling the pressure and the rush out here, you're not going to feel it in here. Are we going to keep moving you forward? Yes. Am I going to hurry you? No. The things that matter to us most get to take the time that they take. Like, like if you're falling in love with someone, but they need an answer like right now if you want to marry them, that rush could break the relationship. Like you go on a date with someone and they need to know right now, right this second, if you want to have babies one day, that rush could break everything. Okay. The rush changes the truth. So, in order for us to have this conversation, there's a few things that I'm going to put it out here so that we're on the same page for the rest of this conversation. And you can decide if joining the VIP experience and like having the rest of the conversation is for you. Because I want you to know that this is never, I'm not going to rush you. If you can't come live, please don't come live if you're going to be rushed and distracted. And I want you to put that down. The rush to understand everything in the program and everything I'm going to say, put it down. The rush to get past your feelings so that you can be live on the call and in the vibe and listen and put it down. The rush to get the information by the end of the call, or you're going to be late and you're not going to have enough and you're not good enough, you're going to mess it up, put it down. The rush for me to show up at this time or everything's going to be, put it down. Okay, notice how you are with impatience. Notice how you are with timing. Notice how you are with your own feelings. And it doesn't mean that you have to agree with everything. Just don't rush it. Don't rush it. If you are going to change the speed of your nervous system, then the only thing that we can do is change the speed of our nervous system. There's no external way that's going to do this for us. So this is going to be a challenge for some people. And it's also going to be the most beautiful experience for others. Either way, there's so much to learn about you, but you've got to give yourself permission to slow down and feel it. The majority of anything that I've ever created has been from me coming from a place of not hurrying. And when I've sat with people who wanted to hurry up. Why don't I have this yet? You could do this faster. I've watched coaches start coaching the exact same time I did, but they were in a hurry. And the Vibe Co outperformed. I've been with people that are in a hurry. They got to get paid. They need the client now. They need whatever. We outperformed. When people are in a hurry to know exactly when everything was going to be and how it was going to be structured, and this is where we'll talk more about human design. It's coming up, but like I would get this sacral hit and I would say to them, ask me in a week. I'm not giving you an answer right now. Let me sit with it. And it's a totally different frequency. And it makes people very uncomfortable because they're used to artificial intelligence. The people who rush me the most are the chosen ones that are comparing me to a computer. But they compare me to a computer because they compare themselves to a computer, which means I will not break through for them. So we're not a match. Like I'm not here to work with people that want to be a computer. I'm here to work with humans on how to maximize their humanity while they're here. I care about, yes, efficiency. I don't want to waste time. Absolutely. But I care about the truth and the outcome and the way that we get to answer to the answer, not just getting a quick answer. I want the journey of getting the answer. That matters. The growth is in the journey, and AI is having you skip the journey. I don't want to just know what to do. Tell me what to do. I want to know why. I want to feel why. I want to be connected to the why. I want this to be an emotional experience. So when someone says, okay, we need to do this, I say, okay, why? And they don't have time to answer that. We don't have time to get to that. We don't have time to get that done. I know whether they're above or below that line because for me, everything is why. So in this process that we're going to have together, notice whenever you have a question that's about what or how, I want you to switch it to asking why. Either why am I asking this question? Or can I ask the same question by asking why? And if you did, would I just immediately know the answer to the question? But you'll notice this with little kids. When they're asking all their questions, they're not usually saying anything other than why? Why is it that color? Why does that happen that way? Why do we have to do it this way? Why did that person do that? Why can't I do that? Why? Why? And those questions get shut down eventually to how, because I think, you know, we just go, okay, well, because I said so. So how do I need to behave in order to change your mind about why? Well, because I don't agree with why. All right. So how can I change that? How can I behave in order for you to be a yes? And we start manipulating ourselves. We start sacrificing ourselves so that we can meet somebody else's timeline. A timeline that's not ours, it's just theirs. And I think of even when my girls were little and it'd be like, well, why can't I have cookies before bedtime? And I would say, well, because you won't sleep. Well, okay, well, what do I need to do to prove to you that I would sleep? How do I get cookies? So if I don't have any issues falling asleep and I practice, eventually you'll let me have cookies before bed. No, the answer is no. Okay, so then why then? Well, because they're also not good for you. Well, how can you make cookies good for me then? Well, it's like, well, you really can't. Well, why? Well, the reason I'm looking for how or what is because I'm trying to get around the why, right? But when I'm asking really powerful why questions, they lead me to greater things. Yeah, but then you give them like a protein cookie and they say, well, why doesn't this taste the same as the other things? Well, because there's protein in it. Well, why? Well, because protein is good for you. Well, why? Well, how do we make cookies that taste exactly like the cookies without that? Well, you can't. Well, why? Well, because good things have different flavors than things that are good for you. Well, why? You know what? That's a really great question. Really great question. And eventually, when you eat this, you'll think it's delicious. Well, why? Because if they ask you, like, how do I change my taste buds? How do I change my taste buds faster? How do I need to, what do I need to do to order new taste buds online? Oh, ask ChatGPT. Why makes you slow down? And I want you to slow down. You are anxious and stressed and questioning yourself, thinking you're not enough. Slow down. Don't come in here like you're going to learn some seven-step program. It's not going to happen. It's like the experience is shaping the context and the content have to, they have to be together. This isn't some random program. Can't use ChatGPT for this. But this is what's going to make mentorship and coaching survive in the future because a lot of people are saying the coaching industry is going to die because of ChatGPT. And it's like the coaching industry that will die is the coaching industry that gets manipulated by rush because ChatGPT will always be faster. It will always be better at being faster. So what will survive is a pace that's not valued by the majority of the world. It's taking a minute. It's sitting with your feelings for just a second. It's maybe the question changes if you sit with it long enough. Like, let's go with the discussion. Let's go with our humanness. Let's go with the feeling that you feel when you know that you are actively working on the right thing instead of feeling the way you feel when some machine told you that you're doing the right thing, but you didn't have to hold the pressure. Like this entire human experience, you guys, is like a giant training ground. You're training for this. And instead of handing it to a machine, let's see what we can do in this space. And like I said, it doesn't mean I'm against AI completely. I think there's some really cool things about it. But I would see it more like we're not using it responsibly. We're outsourcing to it. And that's a giant red flag. Being supported by something and outsourcing are totally different. So to truly embody, I am the chosen one, we want support without outsourcing. It's not wise to say, I don't want to be supported because eventually I'll outsource because that means I'm not working on myself. It means just seeing the thing as a threat. But it's not, I don't see it as a threat, but I think we're misusing it. The real answer is I can't be replaced by a machine. And I'm going to act like I know that right now instead of tiptoeing around it. I'm sure it would come up with a much better thought than that. Maybe a better process, a better way. But once you have a firm foundation, there's nothing that can replace you, and you know it, and everything you touch and everyone you touch knows it. That's the difference. People always just want to know, well, what am I paying for and how fast and how long and how much time? And I don't care about the hours you use. I care about the hours you lose. You don't remember your life when you spend it mindlessly scrolling. You don't want to give, like, I don't want to give you so much content throughout our time together. I want this to be a conversation. I want it to stretch you, not fast forward you. And so if you are listening when you're rushed, it's not going to land. So watch the replay. Like you get to listen to me like I'm your friend and we're just talking about real things. We could do this all day because that's how I like to mentor. Even if we're like this over a computer screen. It's not about how fast we can get to the point. It's about how deep we can get to the point. And I promise you that if you can slow down your life, this program will have impacted so much just this first little bit. And this is just scratching the surface. Just notice how much you let the world rush you, how fast you think you need an answer, how fast you think people need responses. And sometimes it's true. I've been very disappointed to see certain people that I thought were in a lot, had like, had a lot of power. I thought they could hold the kind of pressure. People who claim to have held pressure, who've literally even harmed our relationship by trying to manipulate me to go faster. Like, I'm not a tool. I'm not a computer. And we need to stand for that. And I promise you, you will earn more. You will have real relationships. You will feel more respected. You will feel that you matter more. Your body, your nervous system will thank you. Because the rush comes from a nervous system that's based off of fear. That if I don't get this done fast enough, if I don't respond fast enough, if I don't make it, if I can't go, if this doesn't work out, then I'll be less valuable. They're not going to believe me that I actually care. They won't want this. They won't that want that. That's not the truth. It's the way the world has started to operate. And the only way that we can stand for it, to not be lost in all of it, is to operate on a different frequency. And the fact is that when I'm in a rush, and think about when you're in a rush, this is when we make our biggest mistakes. Like seriously, every single time, if I'm putting on my makeup and I'm in a rush, that's when I'm gonna jab myself in the eye with my mascara. Every flippin' time. I need to get ready in the next 5 minutes. And believe me, I have a husband who is very focused on time. And I'm like, la, 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 la. But this is when my hair won't curl in the right direction. It's when I start like knocking over the almond milk when I'm trying to make my tea. It's when I answer the wrong text message to the wrong person because I was in a rush to answer. It's when I said yes to the thing too fast without considering what was actually on my plate. The mistakes that actually cost us the most, that like help us determine our life, we're making so many of them rushed. But when I'm able to be clear on who I am and feel grounded in myself, that's actually when I'm the most efficient. I can get things done so quickly and I'm so inspired and it feels good. The speed that we think that we're looking for actually becomes accessible, but it's the correct speed because you're in the zone, you're in the vibe. So if you can imagine, like we're playing, imagine playing like we're playing ping pong together, right? And like if you're playing ping pong with ChatGPT, it could probably simulate a game. I don't know, I've never tried it, but I'm sure it could. You could just go back and forth all day long. Eventually, that would be so boring. It's like the perfect ping pong game, a hyperspeed match. There's no flaws. Like that would be so boring. I'm not interested in that. But I'm not focused and I'm not stressed and I'm in my head and I feel the pressure and like things, I can feel things, but I can't handle the pressure and be stressed at the same time. This is where you see athletes take a giant breath before they start. And then they get into a rhythm, right? They get in the rhythm for the timing. And then you feel it. And that's what happens on the other side. So the idea is for us to get in a real human rhythm that is backed by energetics, that has a vision, that has focus, that has power, that has standards. And all of a sudden, you'll feel the rhythm. And it's not going to come from rushing and getting better. It won't come from not making mistakes. It won't come from feeling the pressure. It'll come from holding the pressure of just waiting for the ball to come and then not worrying about hitting it perfectly, but finding the rhythm and the flow. And in that, this is where you'll actually hit the ball. And you end up operating from a really good space. You operate from rhythm and not from speed. Like you'd rarely say, like, I love the speed of the song. The song has great speed. No, you say, I love the rhythm of the song. Like it's fast paced and it's awesome, it's cool. But you still wouldn't say, I love the speed. It's always, I love the rhythm. Our own bodies are functioning off of a rhythm. When your vitals get checked, number one thing is your heart. It has a rhythm. And if the rhythm is off, you're dead. Or we've really clued in and they'll just put a fake pacemaker in so that you can keep your rhythm. Your rhythm is so important. It's all about real rhythm. So, rhythm, momentum, timing, these are real human experiences. They are lived experiences. They are alive experiences. And this is what I want you to lean into over our time together. And there's going to be questions that come up. And your first instinct might be, well, Dylan, how do I do this? And how do I address this? And I had this thought, and what do I say about this? And honestly, you can, like, when you join the VIP experience, you're going to get access to our Activate chat, plop them in there. But I want you to also sit with them. When I'm speaking, the questions are going to come up because this is part of all of it. I want you to ask questions, but I want you to sit with them. I want you to ask why, to slow yourself down. And if you feel like you want to take notes, Take notes. You'll get access to this and you can watch it again in a few weeks. It will land totally different. But what I would suggest is even just have a notepad that just captures your questions. And then after we're finished, sit with them. Ask yourself, like, why am I asking this question? What would happen if I asked this question with why instead of how or what? And then if you still love the question, make it a public question. Post it in the Activate group chat where other people can come in and we can feed off of each other because we're all humans. It's the best part. This is a question that's on my mind. It's not, is it an important question or is it the right question? The fact is, it's yours. It was given to you. Ask it. It's a cool question to contemplate. And if you know, not think, but know that you're not meant to be in this experience, that's okay too. I'll make sure I drop the VIP button in the chat so that you have access to all of the things. But it's important for you to just feel it in your body. Ask yourself, am I ready for this conversation? Am I ready to slow down and tap into all the ways that I am chosen so that I can come out the other side living life differently? Because you guys, anxiety is at an all-time high on this planet. Like I hold a lot of feelings for a lot of women that I'm mentoring all over the world, and they're holding pressure that you wouldn't believe for their families, for their countries, for their health. Things are coming up against war, politics, marriage, kids things, mental health things, emotional things, grief, all of it. But that is what the whole world is navigating, is all the people going through something all at the same time. But some people are dealing with 3 or 4 things all at the same time. Some people are dealing with just one huge thing. But here's the key piece, is understanding what you're going to give the energy to. Like, what do we talk about? What do we think about? What do we move? What do we push? What do we change? Okay, slow down your need to move through the things that stress you. Slow down the need to fix the thing that's hurting you. I know it's there. I know you know it's there. But you will become more powerful when you slow down. When you can look at things objectively, not like someone else has the answer to get rid of it the fastest, but like there's an answer and it's available to you and you're supported and you're okay and you can get there. It'll be okay. And if it isn't okay, it'll stretch your capacity. It's practice for you to be able to hold it until some future point where you are like, you can look at it and go, oh my gosh, that thing made me become a great person. Like I'm so much better because of that experience. Like I can guarantee this will happen, and you've had it happen in your life. But you have to understand you're the one creating this life. You are the chosen one. And you're going to either lose yourself in the speed of the world the expectation of perfection, and the promise of speed, or you are going to be able to honor your humanity, to honor your rhythm, honor your truth. And you will be like one of the people that stand above the artificial intelligence line and cannot be replaced. It's not even a question. You can't be swayed, can't be manipulated, can't be shamed into losing your rhythm for speed. And you know that your truth is perfection. Because when we can all be swayed that way, we're all going below the artificial intelligence line. And there's no point. We're done. Our goose is cooked. Above the line, that's where the real stuff happens. Stay above the line. And what I want to know for you for this program is like, you have to know that you are the chosen one for certain things. You're the chosen one for your kids. You're the chosen one for your partner. You're the chosen one for your business. You're the chosen one for the work that you do, for your life, for your health, for your joy. There's so many things that you were chosen for, specifically you. You just forgot that that's what's up. Where do you get swayed the most in trusting that? It might be like, well, I believe I'm the chosen one until there's conflict. Or I only believe I'm the chosen one on payday. I believe I'm the chosen one until someone questions me. Then I immediately worry if I'm the wrong person. Okay, this is what I really want to dig into. This is what we are going to dig into. There's for sure going to be 5 more conversations, possibly more. I can already feel more. For sure, 5. If you're ready to join us, come join us. And there's other programs that I've done that can help you dig into pieces of this. But you can dissect that later. But you're the chosen one, and you hold the keys. And I'm not going to ask ChatGPT about it because I know that you have everything that you need. You go first. Mother Nature, God, the universe respond, but you go first. And a lot of this AI is a response to fear, a response to the need for perfection, a response for the need for speed. But we're losing our ability to know that it's a tool, and it's becoming a lot of instances what you think is better than you would, like you're thinking that it's better than what you would produce. So I want you practicing leaving discussions with questions still and be okay with that. This is one of the ways that ChatGPT is really, really, really messing up adult minds. Is there's always another question. So at what point do you decide this is the question and I'm leaving it unanswered for today? Because there's always going to be one. That's the question you're left with. And can you hold the pressure of not knowing instead of the addiction to one more question, one more answer, one more question, one more answer, one more question, one more answer? What's going to really change the game here in this mentorship with me is that it's going to become a discussion mind instead of a Q&A mind. Back to humanity, back to connection, back to expansion instead of ping pong, back and forth, boring discussion that are not, it's not just quantified by did you get the steps you needed in the allotted time? You had, you have everything you need. And when you can hold the pressure of that, this is what actually makes you feel more powerful than the thing you think you need. We're going to take our power and we're putting it back into our humanity. And I acknowledge that there's so many powerful things, so many powerful tools, but we're using them as tools. They don't use us. And as soon as your mind changes based on how that tool is built, the tool is using you. Stay with yourself, feel the feelings, don't rush anything, just try it. I'm so grateful for you for showing up. See, I'm not even rushing this conversation. It's going as far as it's going, but it is done for today. And I hope to see you guys for the next part of our conversation, because this was kind of the foundation of what needed to be said so that we can go deeper. But we're creating something that creates the rhythm. And if I would have tried to change the rhythm because I thought it was not valuable, I would have probably broken the connection just by thinking that I needed to be a certain way for you to enjoy the space. Okay, there are different rhythms of me, and they are all valuable. And we actually get closer to the truth the more we tap into that with each other. Okay, I don't want you to process this fast. I want you to sit with it. The people cannot be rushed are the chosen ones who will outperform artificial intelligence because it will be based on speed addiction, which will cause attention spans to shrink. Okay? Gone are the dopamine hits that we need right now. So if you can actually fall into that, you will be part of the future that thrives. And for those of you who do feel called to go deeper, we're going to continue this conversation. Join the VIP experience. And that's where this becomes real. Thank you. I look forward to seeing how this energy unfolds as we move into part 2. Thank you guys. See you.